direction of the market. Do you understand? And we have three types of market trends. Yeah, we have three types of market trends. We have the uptrend, we have the uptrend, we have the downtrend. Then we have the consolidation trend or the ranging trend. Do you understand? So you have the ability to identify each of these market phases it's actually a big deal. It's actually what's a big deal in the market. Do you understand? Okay. Alright, part of my network failure just there. Alright, so the ability to identify each of these phases or each of these trends, it's actually a big deal. Do you understand? So we have characteristics of an uptrend, we have characteristics of a downtrend, we have characteristics of what? The consolidation. That's a consolidating market or a ranging market. So let me start from an uptrend. Just like you have known, uptrend simply means something going up, a trend going up. Do you understand? We have what's it called? You have a downtrend. Downtrend simply means something going down. As simple as it is. Then consolidation simply means sideways movement. Sorry, you understand? Simply means sideways what? Movement. Now, but we all know that markets will not just keep going up like that. It's not possible. So that is why we have what is it called? The characteristics of an uptrend. So we have, this is the basic market trend actually. You have the uptrend higher high, you have higher low. It is denoted by higher low. Do you understand? When you start seeing this type of market trend, we know this is what an uptrend. Do you understand? So this is the high here. You have the high here. You have the low here. Then this is our higher high. High is, like we all know, is related with HH. You have our higher high. You have our what? Higher low. Higher low. Then the same thing here, higher high, higher low, higher high, then what? Higher low. Do you understand? The reason why we say this is your higher high is because this high is actually higher than this previous high, as simple as it is. Then why is this higher low? This low is actually higher than this previous low. Do you understand? So this is high, this is a low. So when the market breaks above this the highest point here is always denoted by the wick. You understand? Your wick. So this is the highest point, which is higher than this high. That is what's your higher high. This is your higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. I also believe this is very, very basic enough. Then you have a downtrend. You have your high. You have a low. You have your lower low. Sorry. You have this high here to your low. Then you have your lower high. You have your lower low, lower high, lower low, like that. Do you understand? I'll explain some things very soon. Just please pay attention. And what I would say is actually help. So just pay attention. I've not gotten there. Pay attention to every details of what I'm going to say. This is your high, and this is your low. So this is going to be also your lower high. Why is it called lower high? It's called lower high because it is not as high as this. Do you understand? So it is lower compared to this previous one. Do you understand? So it's your lower low. Then we have after you've gotten your high, you've gotten your low, you have your lower high, you have this piece as your what? Your lower low. You have this as a lower high, you have this piece as a lower low, like that, and so on. lower high, then you have your lower low, like that. Do you understand? Very simple trend. Then we have consolidation. This consolidation is actually, you could actually say it's consolidation or ranging. It's when the market is actually going in, how will I say, it's not really going in a particular direction. Sorry, you could have market bouncing off from the resistance zone to the support zone. Do you understand? Or you have market doing something like higher high, higher low, then all of a sudden you have started seeing lower low, started seeing something like this. Market is actually not giving you a particular direction. Do you understand? These types of markets, they are what we call our consolidation or ranging markets. Do you understand? So that's that. So in your range, just take your box, identify the highest point, identify the lowest point with your rectangle if you wish. But then if you want to use your line, which is what we use mostly as SMC and ICT traders, you just take your trend line here, put one line here, then look for the lowest point. This is the lowest point. Yes, then you see you have your trading range here. Do you understand? Sorry. So this is, you see, this is your trading range here. So, but I'm not even talking about trading range anyways, but that's your daily range. It could be here or here, anyone you want to, depending on your target. So we're not talking about target yet. Now, this is just basic market trend. So I said I want to explain some things to you so that before we get to the advanced market trend. Now, this cannot be called your higher high until it breaks this previous high. As simple as that is. Do you understand? It must break this previous high. If you have something like this, you have your high, you have your low. Now something like this. This is your high, this is your low. This is not going to be your higher high. Why? Because it did not break this previous high here. It didn't close above this previous high. Do you understand? I don't want this thing to be too long, so I will not really be explaining in detail. I will be explaining in details, but I'll be very, very fast. So, because this high failed to break above this previous high, we can't call it an higher high. Do you understand? I think when you add something like this, it broke it. They will now say, yes, this is worthy to be called what's high, because it actually fulfilled its criteria. What is its criteria? Its criteria is to what? Break above this previous high. Do you understand? So, sorry, if you don't understand, listen to the video again, you get what I'm saying. Now, this is higher low. Why is this higher low and why is this higher low? Number one reason, before you can call this your higher low, if I can call this place your higher low, it must break, it must sponsor price to break this previous high. Do you understand? It must what? Sponsor price to break this previous high. Otherwise, it's not worthy to be called higher low yet. So the only sorry, the mission of this higher low is to what? Is to break past this high. Do you understand? Is to break past this high. And as we saw here, we saw that this one actually broke past this high. So this is your higher low. This low actually broke past this high. So if you are seeing something like this, if you see this kind of price action high, you have low here, you have high, you have low here, you have high. When it is like this, sorry, we have something like this, when it is like this, still in this mode here, this place is not going to be regarded as our higher low. Why? Because what? It has failed to carry out its primary duty. What is its primary duty? Its primary duty is just to break above this high. It should be able to sponsor price above this previous high level. Do you understand? Just to be able to sponsor price. So by the time price breaks above this one, that is the only time we can now label this as what? Our higher low. can I label that as our higher low? Do you understand? All right. So to the downtrend, the same thing. This video is getting too long. I'm going to stop very soon. So the downtrend, you have your high here, you have our low here, then you have your lower high, you have your lower low. So this is not going to be called our lower high if it didn't fulfill the criteria. What is the criteria? The criteria is just to break this next structure, this next leg. So from this lower high, had it been the price was like this, we will not call this our lower high again. Do you understand? We won't call this our lower high. So we have to wait for it to actually break below this. That's why you can now call it our lower high. So I'll be going to the chart. So this will be a little bit simple or simpler. Let me see. Yes. Let's go to the charts now. Alright, so we have this very simple market structure here, from this side here to this side. Let me see from here. So as you can see, this is basically what's an uptrend. A 5 years old will be able to tell that this is an uptrend. You don't need to complicate issue. So we have our structure, our price legs here. You have this low here. You don't need to complicate it. You have this low here. This low printed high here. You have a new low. Before we can call this low an higher low, it must what? Fulfill the criteria. What is the criteria to break past this? Let me zoom this in so you'll be able to see it very well. The criteria is simply to what? To break past this high here. Do you understand? So this is our low here. This low broke above this. So we can call it our low. This is our range here. Do you understand? So we have a pullback from here. Before we can call this our higher low, it must fulfill one criteria. What is the criteria? The criteria is simply to break above this high, which it did. So this low printed a new high here. Do you understand? It printed a new high. Now look at this thing. It's quite trickish. Let me zoom it very well so you see it very well. I think this is where most of you guys make mistake. We have our low from here back to this point. Do you understand? So, but the reason why I will not call this point as my eye is because I have another eye that will width past it. Don't let me complicate any issue. If you don't understand, just let me know. So we have your eye here to your low, then this point to this point. So this is going to be your higher eye. This is going to be your higher low. Why is this going to be your higher low? It's going to be your higher low because it broke past this previous high. Do you understand? As simple as it is. Then we have a new high here. This high. I don't count week to week as week of structure. I count week to body as week of structure. Do you understand? So this is going to be my new high. This could be your new high, or this could be your new high. It does not really matter. So this is going to be your lower low here. Do you understand? Then you have this low. Most people will say this is the low that printed this high, but anyone will say you're correct. I would say this is the low that printed this high. So I'll pick my low here to print this new high. We have new high here. You have new high here. You can see the way I'm marking it. It's just the wick I'm touching. From the wick to body close, as simple as it should be. From the wick to the body close, that's just all you need. Pick from here to this place. Then this eye printed this lower low here. This is the lowest low of this eye here. So this is what I'm picking here. Then we have another. This low printed this eye. You can see to this place. So this eye printed this low here. Do you understand? So this is the lowest low here. Now this low printed this eye. Had it been this candle, broke below this one, I would have picked it as my higher low. But because it did not break below it, this is the lowest low after this high printed this low. So this is the lowest low here. Had it been this one actually close below it, I would have picked it. But because this one did not close below it, I'll be picking this as my lowest point here, which is my higher low. Then this is going to be a higher high here. As simple as that should be. This is going to be my higher high. Then this high printed this lowest low here, which is going to be my higher low. Just pay attention and watch the video another time you would get. So that is my higher high. Now let me just rush down to this point. So around this point here, we have your low here, we have your high here, we have your, I think by now you should be able to understand based on what we have said before. So this low was not violated by any other low here, so it's going to be our higher low. So it is this low that printed this high here. This is going to be my higher high, not this one, because this one did not break above this one. Do you understand? You have to wait for it to break above this point here. So the one that broke above it is this one. So it's going to be my higher high. This is going to be my higher low. From this place to this point, from this point to this point, from this point down to this point here. Do you understand? Then we have this place here. This is our change of character or market structure shift, as some people call it. Do you understand? They will now start having intermittent downtrend. So from here, you have your new low, you have your new high. So this high created this low. Are you guys seeing the way I'm counting it? I did not pick my low here because this low did not break below this one. So it is this one that broke past this one. That's what I'm actually regarding. So this is my lower low, this is my lower high, this is my new lower low. From this high, this is my new lower low here. Do you understand? So that is how it is before we got our change of character to the upside. Then from this change of character to the upside, it got another market structure shift that now indicates uptrend is no longer uptrend. We are now going to the downtrend. So let me start from this place. Let's assume we are counting our fractal structures. We have your low here, we have your high, you have your higher low. From this higher low, we have your higher high. From this higher high, you have your higher low, higher high, like this. Just pay attention. From this higher high, we have something like this. Then from here, you have markets went from here to this point. This is your higher high. Then from this higher high to your higher low. Then from this higher low to your higher high. Do you understand? Then from this higher high, the market sponsored price to break below this low. So these are market structure shifts or change of character, meaning this whole uptrend is now in jeopardy. So from this down, you have your new high, then market broke below this one, then like this, you have your lower high. From your lower high, you have your lower low, lower high, lower low. Do you understand? Lower high, lower low, lower high, then lower low here. Do you understand? Then you can count your market fractal structure. I'm not teaching I'm not teaching about fractal structure, but you get the gist. Do you understand? This is 8 inches just. Alright, now if you have any questions, drop it in the comment section and peace out.